welcome to Flip of the Week. Today's subject will be double bass. Something I'm personally a little bit afraid of to talk about, honestly. I never really was into double bass. There's a few guys that play it very musically, but for the most part, a lot of it never really seemed like something that I would use in my music. However, I have gotten a couple of gigs that use double bass, and I find that it's just another cool tool for me to have access to. But this year, I discovered a whole new aspect of it. I was watching some videos, the Jason Bittner and Chris Adler videos, and I noticed a couple of things they were doing. Those are great double bass players. They're playing, metal bands, so it's very useful for the music. And there's one band that I play in where I needed to learn kind of how to play more of that style. So when I saw those guys, I figured out a couple of little tricks that looked like they were doing, and it helped me to play. So I want to kind of share those. I play in a band called In Must. It's like a progressive rock trio, and they had a particular song where at the ending there was a really long double bass run where I was doing something in the hands like a china and snare thing, but I needed the feet to just keep pummeling away. And that's something I really didn't play a lot of. And originally I was playing it a couple different ways. Like when I was playing really fast, I would mainly be using my ankles, which wasn't giving me the power or the definition that I needed. And then when I was playing slower tempos, like more full leg stuff, I was pounding and I was not letting the beater come off. So until I saw how Chris Adler and Jason Bittner were playing, it looked like A, their legs were relaxed, and B, their feet were further down their pedals. I think Chris Adler even uses like a longboard pedal or something, so it makes it a little easier to do that kind of thing. So I'm going to demonstrate a few of those little exercises that kind of work for me, so that my feet really went to the next level in terms of volume and power, and also in endurance. So if you take a look at the pedals down here, the way I used to be playing, if I was playing really fast, was I had like this little ankle spasm thing, which was fine for like really quiet playing and speed stuff, but it never really cut through. Otherwise, if I was trying to play with power, I'll show you with my pants up here that I would be playing as hard as I could and be burying the beater to try to get a lot of power. So my legs are doing this sort of thing, which choked the sound of the drum, tired my legs out, and just basically didn't allow me to continue to have balance in my chair because I'd have to lean forward to keep that going. So when I saw that those guys were playing with their feet further down the pedal, I all of a sudden realized that for me to maintain my feet the way that they had them, where their heels were kind of close to the floor, I had to keep my ankles very loose. So when I would strike, all of a sudden the beater would come way back, like that. And then my feet, when they'd go from one foot to the other, then it was almost like a jogging kind of motion, like this. Where my feet were now really loose, my ankles were loose, and my whole leg was giving all the power that I needed, but the beater was coming off, so it had a lot more power and presence. And it made for much longer endurance because now, since my legs are relaxed, the tension wasn't building. So here, I'll even show you the difference in volume. I'm going to play by kind of forcing the pedal first, and then I'll move back down. And I'll just play like, 2 or 4 in the snare. And, the metronome has been a very helpful tool in this, just to kind of clock my rate of improvement, and also so that I know that I'm steady. So you see, the difference in volume is pretty significant, and also the movement that my leg is making is a lot more dramatic. So the great thing about that is that I can just put more power into it because my leg can come up higher, and then when I slam down, the beaters are so much further back, they have more inertia. So let me show you now what I was doing to try to get that happening, that technique moving, and use my hands over that to play some different types of either grooves or just kind of filling around the drum set. And I'll put the metronome at about 120. My goal in the next few days to try to track this song is 137. So I'll start here at 120, work my way up. Now I'm going to move it up to about 130. Then 137, and I'll play you the part that I have to play. In Must's song, it's called Tribe of Survivors. I'm trying to keep my my feet really going and have my balance, and as I get progressively into the song, the endurance is really the key thing. So I've been working slowly with the metronome and build my way up as I practice, and hopefully in the next few days my legs will just get more accustomed to it. It's really my left leg that is kind of the weaker link, but I think we're only as fast as our weakest limb. So you know, I'm trying not to push it too much where it hurts or anything, but stay relaxed, breathe, balance, and overall, thank you, Chris Adler and Jason Bittner, for the inspiration to try a new way of playing double bass. I hope that's helpful to you guys out there trying to play some metal or whatever, and stay tuned for next time. We'll do some more fun drumming on Flip of the Week.